Awesome. Once you tune, I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. To everybody who is joining us on Facebook, YouTube, and Zoom, great morning to everybody. I appreciate everybody joining us today. I have a special treat for you all. In a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and get started. And beforehand, I'm going to go ahead and throw in some tunes until we get some things acclimated. I hope that's all right with y'all. I hope y'all like the roots because I'm feeling the roots today.
Generation, fast-paced nation, world population confront their frustration. The principles of true hip-hop have been forsaken. It's all contractual and about money making. Pretend to be cats don't seem to know their limitation. Exact replication and false representation. You want to be a man, then stand your own. To MC requires skills. I demand some show. I let the frauds keep fronting and wrong.
Did it work for you?
Yeah, I'm going to 1 second. I'm going to send it to a different account. So I've got it on this computer, but this computer does not have a what do you call it? A camera, right? So you gotta have it to a computer that has a camera. So let me forward it to this computer. So I'm gonna pick up an email, see if I can get it to a computer with a camera. Let's do that. All these devices, boy. Okay. So let me see if this propagates, and then I'll just open it up on this other computer. Now the audio will flow through Zoom. We're in Zoom right now, Jay?
Yes.
And then your other service is this StreamYard streaming service. I think we should have prepped that a little earlier for the folks. Some folks waiting too long.
That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get started till we come on. Hopefully by that time we should be able to go ahead and roll. For all of our viewers out there, thank you for joining us. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Wall Street Charm City. Some people don't even have an understanding of what Black Wall Street is. So I'll give you a very brief history of Black Wall Street. The native of where it derives from is Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Durham, North Carolina. Black Wall Street is so popular because it was I want to say systemized area where black businesses, black business owners, entrepreneurs are able to come together and unify their businesses and circulate the American dollar through the community. And in times now, that is one of the problems that we're dealing with, is not our black community not circulating the dollar through the community long enough that we can acquire the wealth through our black communities. Now, I just want to give you all a quick snippet and rundown of my organization and some of the things that we have been working on. So stay tuned. I have a slight video that I want you all to watch.
Okay, I think we're good.
Awesome.
essence, you gotta be willing to sacrifice to level up.
Public relations, some may call it propaganda.
The definition that I feel like is best for PR.
They say, look, this is what they use. They say, this is what the education has. And you ain't cat.
Those people are trying to get to know you. Okay? And don't ask too many questions.
A wrap, folks. I hope you all were able to enjoy that. That is just a piece of what Black Wall Street has been doing in the community. I feel as though that it is our duty, responsibility, and obligation. Okay, I feel as though it's our duty, responsibility, and obligation to give back to our community, to give awareness, to give financial literacy, to shift the paradigm and the perspective of the direction our community is going into. And in order to do that, we have to collectively work together to feed each other the knowledge and the wisdom that is going to propel us as a people and as entrepreneurs and as businesses. And it is a pleasure for me to bring on today Brother Daryl Speaks. I met Daryl a few years ago down in Miami. He was running and working one of his businesses, and it was just an enlightening conversation to have with him, and to see that he has accomplished so much in a short span of time, and the mindset that he has for the Black community. One thing about where we are today is there's a shift in the direction that we're going into, and one of those things is digital. We're shifting into a technical digital world. And I feel as though if the Black community does not gain an awareness of cryptocurrency, we'll be left behind. Can't hear you too clearly. Okay. Can you hear me now? I hope that's a little better. We'll be left behind if we do not gain an understanding of cryptocurrency. And I brought Brother Daryl on today because Daryl owns his own cryptocurrency, which is called Sable. He is the founder and CEO of that coin. And without further ado, I would like Daryl to come on and give our listeners an understanding of what cryptocurrency is and the mission and purpose behind why you created Sable and why it is so viable for the Black community. Daryl, can you hear me?
Absolutely. Hey, Jason, how can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Man, it's always a blessing to see you, brother. Man, I know all the family as well. Thank you so much for having me. And Jason was a brother. We've known each other for quite a while. And as you mentioned, I do have another core business in entertainment and lifestyle here in Miami that's actually given us the opportunity and more so the vision to prepare our Black community on a global scale with the opportunity of Sable Coin Corporation. This opportunity is not mine, and it actually is only created from me, and it comes from my heart, but it belongs to our Black community. It belongs to the 1.5 billion Africans in the diaspora who need an ecosystem to call their own. And more importantly, we need our own currency to transact, so we don't have to beg, borrow, and steal from any other folks outside our community to get the resources and tools that we need. My background is actually was involved in civil rights heavily at a very young age. At the age of 35, I was president of NAACP. I worked with the Urban League. I worked with ACLU and many organizations, Boys and Girls Club. So I've been always about serving the community. One of the pivotal points in my life is when I was able to walk and help in getting people registered to vote for Barack Obama. And I was in a little town called Indiantown, Florida. Some of you may know where that is, Florida, a little small little town. But this town, I was knocking on doors and I came across a gentleman who was in his 70s. And I said, hey, I'm registering people to vote. You know, would you like to register? He says, we can vote? I said, yes, sir. And we actually have a Black president that's about to get elected. Did you know that? No, I didn't. So that you can imagine the level of tears in my heart to be able to knock on a person's door that first and foremost was in his late 70s and lived in a small community in the center of Florida and didn't even realize that we can vote. And more importantly, he didn't even realize that there was a Black man on the ballot and then about to win. So I proceeded to speak with this gentleman for hours, and I forgot what I was doing because he was telling me some of the history of things that he's gone through in his life. And, you know, it just basically gave me a level of why, you know, we need to be in touch more than ever. But bigger than that, Sable Assents is what Jason is about and what his team is doing in the Black Wall Street movement. And the premise is this: based on technology, right? It has nothing to do. I take it off myself because I'm just brave enough to take this to where it needs to go. Based on technology and systems that have allowed for what's called algorithms or formulas, it's giving us the ability to create technology in digital currencies that allows us to embrace it within our own ecosystem. So what it basically means is we can create a community within our own community. So we as Black people, right, we have our own ethnicities. There are actually over 100 plus ethnicities of Black around the world. And when I speak, ladies and gentlemen, I don't speak for Daryl Speaks. I don't speak for Jason. I speak for 7 continents, over 100 plus countries, and over 200 plus countries, and over 100 different languages that Black people live and speak. Okay, so we're building this for one core purpose. Sable Assents and the SAC1 currency has one purpose: to enable Black-owned businesses across all 7 continents to have a unit of exchange for our products and services that is sustainable, less volatile. It gives us the ability to educate, feed, empower, employ, and more importantly, educate our youth, re-educate our educated on technologies, and bring about a new industrial age so that everything that we consume, we can produce. So if we consume it, if we eat it, if we buy it, if we use it, we can create it on our own. We have enough mineral resources today to pull there's actually over 900 million Black people across the globe that make less than $1.90 per day. Okay, so put this into perspective, guys. In the United States alone, there are 44 million Black people, right? So you take 44 million Black people and you multiply that or divide that by 1.5, and that's less than 1%. So the US population is less than 1% of the global Black population, right? Although we're one of the wealthiest, that may be true. We are not the wealthiest. Actually, Nigeria has the wealthiest Black community. But as far as a country, the United States has the largest population of Blacks with wealth. But we represent less than 1/2 of 1% of the entire Black population. Okay. So the rest of our world is broken. So we launched the SAC1. It will be launched on June 15th, and we're launching it across multiple crypto exchanges around the world. It is 100% what we call regulation. It follows all regulatory KYC and AML compliances. Okay. It'll be launched on all regulated cryptocurrency exchanges on coinmarketcap.com, and you'll have the ability to purchase starting June 15th. So, you know, we're excited not for what we're doing. We're excited for what the technology, again, will do. And all we have to do as Black people is simply embrace it and call it our own, and basically what we call pegging it to our existing resources, our human capital, our services, our products, and basically using it for goodwill. You know, that's the basis of it, sir. Hope I did a good job.
You did. That's awesome. Now, a question: Why do you believe that it is a necessity for the Black community to have an awareness of cryptocurrency, and especially Sable Assents?
That's a good question, Jay. Well, the beauty of it is that, as you all know, many countries around the world, including our own, is embracing the underlying technology that moves the digital currency system, okay, which is called blockchain technology. Okay, many of the banks that we presently work with are presently embracing, not only embracing, but they're also putting proprietary systems in place to lock down the technology. Okay, so the reason why it's important to understand why cryptocurrency is so important, because as you already know, the ability to transact a store of value, not to invest, ladies and gentlemen, to transact a store of value for your goods and services in a digital format is a necessity. And here's one of the main reasons why. In the continent of Africa alone, there are 54 countries, right? The issue is there's 46 currencies. So they have an issue with what's called intercontinental trade. That's like to just say if Jay, you and I, we're in the United States, and we got 51 countries. I'm sorry, we got 51 countries in the United States. We know we got 52, which is Hawaii, right? But on this ground, right, you can drive across all 51 plus states. But if they were all countries, imagine if 46 of them all had different currencies. So how many different types of currencies we have to have, and how difficult would it be to exchange goods and services if you got a different currency every time you cross a border, every time you go into another state, you got a different currency. So if I drive to you, I got to go through Georgia, I got to go to Tennessee, I got to go to North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, just to get to you. So every time I go to get gas, I got a different currency. I'm sorry, and they all have different values. So it'll be very complicated for our people to embrace each other and conduct intercontinental trade if they have this many currencies, all with devalue currencies, right? That's one of the first things. Here's the second thing. Second thing is that all of our countries, including Jamaica, one of my favorite places. I'm from the Bahamas. My mom's from Nassau, my dad's from Freeport and St. Croix. All our folks in Haiti, we got 11 million people in Haiti, right? They're going through trials and tribulations. One of the things that I'm so passionate about is the ability, again, to move a store of value. So say, for instance, you have a brother in Haiti and he needs to get $20, right? You got to go down to Western Union and give them $26. So they're charging you 20% to move $20, right? So that's just that country. So, and every time you send more money, it costs you more money. So if you're sending $100, it's going to cost you $30. So it's very complicated and complex, the systems that they have in place to move traditional fiat dollars, right? So what happens in the digital world is the transactions costs are extremely low. No more than 2.5, 2.9 is the absolute maximum you should be able to pay for any transactions of any currencies in the digital world, because you're not relying on what's called the SWIFT system, which is controlled by the IMF. The SWIFT system, right? That's what Visa, MasterCard runs on. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, they run on the SWIFT system. That's what your banking system, your cards run on. So everybody in that chain of command gets access to fees. So in the digital currency world, that does not apply. It's basically your digital wallet, which consists of 35 characters, and now you can simply just send an email. And the only thing that you pay for is the energy, or what's called gas in the digital world, to move that store of value, because that's all money actually is, guys. It's simply a store of value, right? So if Jay, if you say, hey, let's go and buy a house in Miami Beach, and the house is $2 million, and you got the bread, by the time you send me that money, you got to go through red tape. You got everyone trying to figure out where this money come from. They trying to give you the 10th degree. In the digital world, you simply provide me your email address and I send it to your wallet address, and that's it. Okay. So again, in closing, what it does for us, ladies and gentlemen, Sable Assent is a currency that utilizes the same technology I just shared with you. It's called blockchain technology, or distributed ledger technology, a little simpler term. And it works via a wallet system that each of us has our own individual wallet system, which is called public keys. And then we have what's called private keys, which is a private number, which is on a secured server, which is called Firebase, which is Google's software. Okay, very secure. You're not hacking into Google anytime soon. So with this technology, we based our SAC1 stablecoin, and we're working with the National Chamber right now to position a loan program, and many associations to provide a loan program, so all of our entrepreneurs and technologies can get loans. Very little criteria in stablecoin SAC1. We're sponsoring farming in different countries. We're building schools, hospitals, working on a chicken farm in Haiti. So there's so many things we're doing with the currency. All of our technology team members across the world. We have team members in Nigeria, Haiti, Jamaica, here in Miami, and we have an office in Atlanta and in Miami. So the system is 100% Black. It will remain 100% Black, and it's made to grow our Black ecosystem worldwide.
Nice. Now, can you tell us how your coin can be purchased?
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so what will happen is as we know, we are Black, right? Last time I checked, so we have to make sure that we're doing things with extreme excellence, and we're striving to be not a good company. This is not a good company. It's not an okay company. It's going to be a great company for all of us, right? And that's all that I will stand for. There will be nothing less than great. So what we did is I sat down with my board members and team members and said, guys, how do we make this indestructible? To whereas we know we're going to be under attack. So since we understand that this is going to be part of their protocol, right? Because all people that build anything great are going to be attacked. That's every Black Wall Street that ever existed has always been under attack. Every great Black business is always under attack. Every great Black leader is always under attack. So since we know that we're going to be under attack, we're building a system that's indestructible. So what we decided to do is to work under all regulatory guidelines in regards to security, safety, and regulations, right? Which is in the US is SEC, but there's so many other regulators, FINRA, OSHA, and follow their protocols and utilize this not as a security, but as a utility first and foremost. And it has use case of the SAC wallet system that will be released shortly. And then we'll be providing absolutely free APIs. API is an application program interface for Black-owned businesses to install code into their sites in order to exchange the currency within their own website, so they can accept the currency in their sites. So you'll be able to buy it on the first exchange, which is LA Token, which is latoken.com. They'll be opening up June 15th for purchase. And then we'll be listing across the top 25 exchanges worldwide. And the top 25, we've already been pre-approved for 7 of the top 25 exchanges around the world. So we have a team that focuses on compliance and listing. So it'll be available soon. You'll start to see some of the press releases. You'll start to see some of the some videos and things, and we're just going to be sharing the message, and people will be involved either directly or indirectly. So we're excited to be a growing ecosystem for our people.
Absolutely, I'm excited as well. Now, can you share how will Sable Assent shift the dynamics for nonprofit organizations like myself?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So we have structured what's called a Sable Assent Tech and Education Tour. I had a blessing. I had a blessing to have the opportunity to speak at the United Nations earlier this year, and speak on how can cryptocurrencies in this ecosystem eliminate poverty. So that was the conversation. It was hosted by Dr. Queen Blessing Itu. She's from Nigeria, but she lives in Atlanta. This beautiful diaspora Black woman is a very powerful woman. You can search her out on Facebook, and she's all over the place. She's what's called a ambassador to the African Union, and the African Union's 6th region. Okay, so what they have done is they have 6 regions, and they have different agendas. Okay, so this powerful young woman structures and manages the 6th region, which basically means all of the Africans off of the continent of Africa. So Africa has 5 regions, and then she manages and works with the 6th region. And her job is to unify the Africans in the diaspora, which is all of the countries and continents off of Africa, and find a way to help to bring their knowledge and their resources back to Africa to rebuild the continent, which is presently controlled by the French and the English. Okay, and then now the Chinese are coming in and doing some not so nice things. So now she's invited us to come in as an ecosystem and provide an educational and tech tour, which is virtual, and we're inviting you, Jay, to come in and speak, and as many sharp leaders as we can to come in and speak on how we can they say return home in some way, shape, or form, whether it's by real estate, provide your educational skills, your medical professional, your legal services, whatever your services are, do them over there too. But the good news is now you'll have a currency that you'll be able to transact, so that you know that you can move again your store of value across the world, and it stays in a Black ecosystem, which is great, and they're extremely excited about what Sable is doing and what we can deliver for them in technologies and help delivering the word of this of a global Black ecosystem.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm really excited for you, brother. I really am. I'm really excited to get my hands on some Sable Assent and to trade some Sable Assent. So when you fully launch on the market, I'm a day trader. I like to trade the foreign exchange market, stocks, and crypto. Will I be able to grab Sable Assent and make my transactions, do some day trading with it, or is there a specific process that you have to wait before I could actually trade the coin?
No, what will happen is LA Token is the world's second largest what's called IEO exchange, which means initial exchange offering. So if you go to we'll be listing on 12 to 18 over the next 12 months. What we chose, and they chose us too, but we chose LA Token simply because their ability to bring attention to innovative products and ideas and cryptocurrencies. And then they have a launch pad that assists. They have over 400 million investors on their platform that will assist us in getting access to liquidity for our currency immediately. So within a week after launching, we'll have liquidity in our possession. So the hardest thing is capital for Black businesses. And again, I've been on this mission for 3 years, and I haven't had one Black bank or one Black VC, or I've approached them, probably 70% of them. And they know about it, but they don't choose to get involved. So we've been blessed to just close our family and friends round, which it was very, very successful. And we were able to raise enough in our family and friends round to fund LA Token, their listing fees. We also were able to secure a MasterCard license. So we're able to you will be able to, when it's released, take your Sable coin and turn it into cash. Okay, wow. In over 170 plus countries. And then, yes, you can trade your Sable coin for, there'll be what's called 5 currency pairs, which include Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, LA Token, I think Ripple, right? Nice. And then every currency or currency exchange that we go on, you'll be able to take any currency, and we'll be able to expand the currency pairs, so you can be able to exchange them for all the top 25 currencies as well. Yes, you will.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, how can the viewers get in touch with you if they want to take a look at the white paper, or just get in contact with you, or learn more about Sable Assent? How can they reach you?
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that, Jay. We're very easy accessible. We are dealing with our people, and we know that we definitely have to a lot to learn, and even myself, I learn, read every day. Right now, I'm reading Good to Great, which is I inspire for everybody to get into that book. It's about taking yourself as a person, as a family man, a woman, as a business person, philanthropist, whatever you are, and pushing to be great. And I push my team to read all the time, to read something, consistently be reading something. So so get a hold of me is easy. You can email me. I'm very easy. I'm not under a rock. I'm right here in Miami. Then from here, we're getting a space in Africa. So I'll be in Africa next month, and we have land that's been actually allocated to the company, nice, which is pretty cool. So they're giving us land. They're giving us assets to peg with the currency. We got farmland. I'll be on a call today with a rice farmer in Ghana. So things are really happening, guys. My email is Daryl@sableassent.net. My number is actually on the website. It'll be there for a short while. My advisors told me to take it down, but I'm like, no, until we launch, I want everybody to have the contact so I can get people clarity, because that's what it's about. We have to have clarity. We have to have trust, right? You cannot contact the CEO of Ripple or Facebook or any of these big companies. They don't want to talk to you. And the reason why I can say that with confidence is because their agenda is not in alignment with the Black community. I say it again. Their agendas are not in alignment with the Black community because they don't even care. So why would they give you their contact? They have nothing to say to you, but give me your money. But we're not. That's not what Sable Center is about. Sable Center is not about taking your money. It's about empowering our community and rebuilding our economy. That's the mission. And we're not a philanthropic company. We are a for-profit company. But the good thing is we've established a use case and created products and services that allow for us to help our community to profit and build a system that will empower us. That's the difference. And it only has one focus, and it will never change.
100%. The coins can be bought at latokens.com.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then every month, or my advisors, every 30 to 45 days, we'll be launching another exchange. So it goes to our custodians. Our custodian is Kingdom Trust. They're in Kentucky. The custodian is an organization. It's mandated by the SEC that you have to keep your majority of your tokens in custodian so that you don't have collusion of your company. So they're the ones who send the currency to the exchanges, and then the exchanges sends them to the customers.
This is awesome. For all my leaders and individuals who've joined us today, I would really like for you to take heed on the importance of cryptocurrency. We're transitioning to a world, like I was saying before, where everything is becoming digital. If the dollar crumbles today, what would you go to make your transactions? You can go back and exchange services, but the crypto is the new gold. It's the new rush. So to have understanding and familiarity of what cryptocurrency is and the direction that it's going, and how to align yourself with a Black organization like Daryl and Sable Assent will progress us as businesses, will progress us as a Black community and individuals. Who was the lady in Atlanta that you mentioned, Daryl? I like the thought of doing it here in Africa.
Okay, so you're referring to Dr. Queen Blessing Itu. She is I think her website is drqueenblessing.org. I want to say .org. I don't have her. Let me see if I can pull it up. She is the 6th region responsible for collecting the 6th region. Very powerful young woman. You definitely want to invite her to the call. She's a leader, very influential, and I've been working with her for about 2 years, and she's definitely all about assisting and bringing Blacks to the diaspora, and should be a great addition to the show as well.
Absolutely. Now, are there any other questions from our viewers?
That'd be good. Good to answer some questions if you have some questions. And we also, as Jay, you got your nice platform here. We love it. We can also, if you have some leaders that have some questions or some comments, I love to answer questions, because again, I'm all about clarity. And I see that's for myself, but more so for my family and my team. I like for people to be clear, because if you're clear, you're comfortable, and if you're comfortable, you can work without hiccups. And you can move faster because you're not hung up on something that's holding you down. So we can always set up a Zoom or something, another Zoom, and answer as many questions as possible, so people know what's about to happen. They can know what's about to happen.
Now, I have a question for you. Now, you've been on the mission for 3 years, and I know there's been some bumps and hurdles.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
One of my goals is to latch on to the technology of a coin like yours and create an altcoin off of that technology. Now,
Yeah.
what are some hurdles that you've gone through over the course of the 3 years that could, I guess, deter someone else if they were looking to create their own coin?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's over 5,000 cryptocurrencies, Jay, on CoinMarketCap and around the world, and they all have different use cases. The number one thing that I talk to young entrepreneurs, I'm starting to get a lot of that, is simply just create a rock solid use case. The exchanges are not working with altcoins that don't have a rock solid use case. So make it clear. Let it be like brothers are making coins for games that are having use cases. You're getting a lot of new cannabis industry coins. You're getting things in the different all types of things. Farming, doctors. I think it's a doctor's coin. There's so many different currencies out there. But yeah, but the currency market is complicated because the exchanges. And that's your ultimate goal. Once you reach the exchange, it's just like going an IPO. It's like going to Wall Street. It's the same exact thing. So just to get to that level, it's a lot of scrutiny. So they scrutinize, me as a person, everything except for my daughter's blood type. That's something they probably didn't get from me, but it is that serious because they're what they're doing is they're opening up their book of business to their investors, right? And then they have what's called a market maker, who is a person who's guaranteeing that exchange that they will buy the currency no matter what, right? So the market makers are the persons who have to believe you. So it's a lot of people that have to believe you, if I can call it that. That's why it's a very complicated process. People say, oh, you can just go to Etherscan and just launch a coin. No, you can do that, but it's not that easy. It's easy to code and create, but to get it to the point of regulation and launching for the world to purchase is very complicated. So it all starts with having a rock solid use case. Stay with your guns. And prove it on not only on paper, but they also encourage the social media presence as well. And then thirdly is the relationships. They want to see that the currency that a person builds has the relationship and the support of major leaders and major influencers that are going to embrace this product. So those are 3 things that I found that have been the most influential in assisting Sable Assent to go through all these hurdles. It took 2 years alone just for the MasterCard license. So from the time I applied back in 2018, they constantly make you email, they constantly make you send in documents, and you'll tell them, hey, what else do I need? Or we'll let you know. So they're constantly, and they all do that. They constantly send you back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's kind of like some of the elders can probably attest. In business, probably in the 60s and 50s before my time, they used to put us through all kind of hurdles to get business done, right? Let's open up a bank account, right? So similar in the same instance, they put you through. And when I mean they, I mean the regulators and the parties that will make the currency possible. They put you through a lot of things in order to ensure that you're serious about what you're doing and making it happen, because they're putting their business at stake, which is billions of dollars actually that they're putting at stake on your behalf.
That's nice. One thing I wanted to know was about the MasterCard. Is the card going to make it easy for the transfer of the currency going from Sable Assent to cash? Is there like some type of conversion on the back end of, I guess, whatever you'll be logging into to, go from coin to dollar or to place your coin onto the MasterCard?
Yes, sir. So as you know, good question. So that MasterCard, Visa, American Express, PayPal, Square, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, they don't make currency, right?
Right.
They remit currency. They remit fees. They make money. They make billions. Those are all billion-dollar brands. They make money by charging fees. That's how they make money. They don't have a currency. Okay. So in order for you to exchange your currency to fiat dollars or cash, the answer is J, yes. You use a digital system. It's called SWIFT. And that will be installed into your wallet. So when you get a public key in your wallet, when it's available for download, you'll also have the ability to get a debit card on there as well. So you can make traditional purchases, places like Amazon or pay your rent or whatever you want to do, right? Get gas, food. And then we're also applying for a Visa license. We have to have $1 million for a Visa license. So that's our next step, is the Visa. So we want to own our own licenses. So we have one, we're going to get the other next. So you'll also be able to purchase a card. So you can pay a fee, and then our offices will send you, another office, we have a third-party office, they'll send you a physical debit card, a physical MasterCard. And then you'll be able to use that to go to your ATM or go to whatever you want to do. So you have the digital version, which is used in the stores, as you know, as it was called NFC technology, or near field communications. Yeah. And then you'll have your debit card when you want to convert your currency to cash, or you can just upload your existing debit card to the system, and then you'll be able to take your currency from there as well. So you have multiple ways with Visa systems to transact your currencies, SAC1 into cash.
I like that, especially with a lot of us that use Coinbase. There's that lag time where you need to wire money back to your bank, or you can use PayPal, which is cool, but it could be a hassle depending on the amount of money that you're taking out. So to be able to have a card that you can utilize straight from the wallet, I love that.
There's a lot of that's a good thing, because there's a lot of systems that have that similar technology, and that's great. Because I've got 9 wallets myself, different wallets, different money remittance services, right? So and I use them all, and they took unfortunately a lot of those services just to build this company. So my core entertainment company, funded Sable Assent, and with a little bit of help from this funding round, which is great. God blessed us with that, and then having that money remittance service to pay staff all around the world to move the needle forward. Consistently buying computers and servers and different software. It's pretty complicated, but hey, it's all good things, as we know, come in time first, and then they take resilience and discipline. Absolutely. So my number one word is discipline. I'm extremely disciplined. I'm like a robot. I don't compromise. I compromise, obviously, but I mean, when it comes to get things done, everybody on my team will tell you, and we got 30 team members, and they'll tell you I'm a very disciplined person, and I understand that's a vital key to success. The people that I've read from Damon John, from Jim Rohn, all these great leaders, their word is discipline, and being very disciplined in your actions is going to get you through. When everything else fails, you can still push forward.
Brother Eddie says, what is the next step to connecting the neighboring state in the U.S. to empower on this soil in conjunction with Africa? Okay,
so thank you for the question, brother. Yes. So again, what's happening now is this: we have what's called ambassadors. Okay, so we have ambassadors already in Africa. We have ambassadors in Ghana. We have ambassadors in South Africa. We have ambassadors in Nigeria. We have ambassadors in Manchester, England. That's actually one of our. England and the UK is one of the strongest markets. Believe it or not. Very sharp brothers in England. Otis and Dean Okoye. You've probably seen him on Facebook. He's a diasporan leader. We have a lot of leaders in England. Jamaica. We got Michael Kelly in Jamaica. We got Haiti. We got Herman. We got Marie, the real estate broker. We're launching a nonprofit with a chicken farm in Haiti, in Lagos. We got people in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. We got people in Freeport. We're actually working in the East End to rebuild the East End part of Freeport because of the hurricane. So we're going to build a small tech city there. So many places. So the key is the technology, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's about. It's about having an application that will allow for us to simply download, and through that application, it has a lot of features that we'll be able to connect through all of our businesses, great organizations like this Black Wall Street organization, between the chambers and a lot of the philanthropic organizations can all connect on this platform. And then there's also a currency that allows for us to have a unit of exchange. That's all it is. You rarely hear me say money. It's just a unit of exchange. Because if I'm here in Miami and you're in DC or you're in New York and you got gold, but you want to buy my house, if the gold is worth it, I'm taking it. Right? So all that is that, and that's not a currency. That's a product of exchange. That's an asset. So now we're coming across as sharing a digital asset that has no borders or boundaries, and it'll have a consistent price. Not will be consistent. There'll be volatility. Absolutely, there will be. Every asset has volatility. There isn't an asset that you can't name on the planet, down to the Jordans that are on your feet, right? Down to the eggs at the grocery store. Everything has volatility, right? So if everything has volatility, it's all about having a medium of exchange that we can touch all of our Black communities, so we won't have a situation like in Africa where they've got 54 countries and 46 currencies. We can all use one currency of exchange, and then the corporation has an internal mission of donating a majority of its profits to nonprofit philanthropic organizations, as well as educational institutions, as well as entrepreneurial ventures. So we want to incentivize and help in financing our entrepreneurs to generate and start tech opportunities and build tech opportunities. So again, this is a currency that's designed and dedicated to building all aspects of our Black economy.
Awesome. Now the question is, what are the resources available to begin implementing and spreading this information from a spoon-fed manifest, getting our environment involved with the importance of having an economic solar system?
Solar system, ecosystem. I got you, brother or sister, whoever said that. Okay, so yes, it's all about acceptance. Everything is about acceptance and trust. That's all it is. All it is I accept it. I accept it as a currency that I own. It belongs to me. It's going to rebuild, and it's going to build a future for my grandchildren or my great grandchildren who haven't even been born yet, right? So that's what it's about. It's about understanding that Sable Assent is an ecosystem it's only built by me. It's not controlled by me, but it has a laser focus on empowering our Black communities, our countries, and our people. So, perfect example. I have a lot of tech and ambassadors who are working for Stablecoin SAC1. So, and they're earning stock certificates. So they're working for the currency, they're earning for the currency, and then when it becomes available, they'll have liquidity for their currency, right? And I have endless amount of businesses between legal, finance, agriculture, minerals. Correct. We have mineral resources we'll be able to purchase with it. Education. There isn't a tangible resource that's available that we use as Black people that will not be accessible with your stablecoin SAC1. So, and these are all just early stage adopters, we call them, people who've seen the vision like Jay early, said, man, this is where the world is going. And I want to just be attached to it, and I want to be able to call it a currency that I can use on his situation. It may be something like getting access to his business, or donating to his causes, or paying for marketing dollars on his platforms or your platforms. So, and we have a radio show where you can use Stablecoin to buy radio time, right? We have another streaming service you can purchase advertising dollars if you want to, or you can use your Stablecoin for advertising dollars. So there isn't a service that we need, and the beauty of it is that all these are Black-owned businesses that are involved. So it's a great mission for us. It's a great mission for everybody, and we're excited for everybody, and where we're taking us in the new digital age. We're excited about that. Very excited, actually.
Awesome. Brother Eddie says greatly appreciated. Really appreciate it.
Blessings, King. Blessings, man. Blessings.
For those of you out there, if you're not already following Black Wall Street Charm City, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Black Wall Street Charm City. If you're not following Daryl Speaks, you can find him on Instagram and Facebook at
LinkedIn too. My favorite place is LinkedIn. I find a lot of sharp professionals on LinkedIn, so I love
LinkedIn and LinkedIn.
Yeah, I love LinkedIn. That's my favorite platform. I'm not on Facebook too much, but I love LinkedIn. I don't understand Twitter, but I love LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook every now and then. I got kicked off twice though. So kind of funny, but hey, we're here.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. So I just like to say thank you to everybody that joined. Um, please follow us as we're looking to do some phenomenal things in the neighborhood. Myself and my team have some things boiling down the line, and one thing that we will be incorporating is the Sable Assent coin, because we have to not only support the direction that the world is going into, but we have to support our people. And if it's going to benefit us and the community, why not take the shift and support our own? That's the only way we'll be able to create wealth within our community, is if we stand with our own. And it is a necessity here and now to be able to do that. So like I said, I appreciate everybody for joining. If you have any questions for Daryl, in the comments, I placed his email, daryl@sableassent.com. And you can reach him also on Instagram and Facebook, but more importantly, LinkedIn. He likes LinkedIn. All right.
LinkedIn, yeah.
Daryl,
Absolutely.
I want to say thank you to you, brother. I appreciate
Blessings,
you
King.
coming on and spreading your knowledge and your wisdom. It was very informative, and it was a pleasure seeing you again. It's been some
Absolutely.
time.
I gotta get back up there, man. As soon as this dies down, man, sit down and have some lunch. You know that, man. You know, already know.
Absolutely.
You already know, bro.
Definitely plan on a trip to come out there. But many blessings to you and your organization. I pray that all goes well. And, my mother would be mad at me if I didn't say a prayer for those who join us today. So, Father God, I just want to say thank you for Daryl and the viewers that came on today. I pray that you cover their businesses, you cover their minds, you cover their families, you guide them in a direction that you will will them to go. Allow the information that they obtained today to resonate in their minds and their souls, and allow you to direct them, that it will come together and the mission and purpose that you have for them. In your name we pray and we say thank you. Amen.
Amen. Amen, brother. Appreciate the prayer. Needed that.
Absolutely. I appreciate everybody, and you all enjoy your Saturday. And Brother Daryl, I'll be calling you very shortly.
God bless. Thank you, everybody.
All right now.
Bye.